Hey, welcome to the Be Your Own Hero show. Hero is an acronym. It means helping everyone reaps optimism. It also stands for high emotion radiates overflow. Ashe. Ashe. Shout out to New Thought Media Network for allowing me the space and this opportunity to work as a man who's recovering from a stroke and all that means, and all the things that I have to do in order to be a man with a stroke, be a man recovering from a stroke. I don't know, that doesn't seem quite right, but you get my feeling. I'm a man who had a stroke about 11 months ago, and I've been doing the show before and after, and there's a great big difference between the before and after of my show. So thank you for supporting me, and for keeping me in your wisdom, in your wisdom of glory. Let's put it like that. I don't know what that means, but that's what we're putting it at. Okay, so shout out to everyone, and shout out to the disclaimer. I'm not a personal trainer, nor am I a fitness advisor. So if I give you something interesting, take it and run with it. Okay, that said, let's get into it. My run streak today. So today I got up. It was very difficult. And I got out, which was very difficult. And I found today I had to lie to myself. Now, for those of you who don't know, lying to yourself is a popular way of getting yourself out the door or getting yourself started. And so what I did was I lied to myself, and I said, all right, we're only going to run exactly 1 mile. Exactly 1 mile. Now, over time, a mile has felt much shorter than it has in the past. And so I can talk to myself about just a mile. And I told myself I was going to walk often during the mile. I was going to walk a lot, right? So that's a lie I got myself out there with. And then I got out there, and I was like, all right, let me start off slow, and I stayed slow, but I didn't walk. I took a small walk break, but mostly I ran. And I went beyond just a mile 0.16. I was like, all right, so I did all right, but I still felt bad. I can't explain it, but I just felt And so my plan was to just record myself looking at the camera, just take a photo. Just a photo, post some video, and not say anything. And then this happened right when I got up to the building, and I had to record it. So let me put this up, and this is like the universe responding to me. The universe responding to me because I had decided I wasn't gonna say anything. I was like, just post a photo, post a video, just let's get over with. And then this happened. All right, so check this out. Oh, wait a minute, how do I do this again? Okay, I forgot how to do it. Wait a minute. Okay, all right. Go to this window. All right, here we go. So I decided I wasn't gonna say anything, and then I ran into my neighbor. My neighbor was like, "Sekou, you're up this early? What are you doing up this early?" And I was like, "I just finished running." He was like, "Running? You've been running despite the stroke?" And I was like, "Yeah." And so that made me feel a lot better that there's people out there who are inspired by me. Because he was like, I need to get out here and do something. So the fact that I inspired him was a great win. All right. I'll see you later. There we go. Let me get that off the screen. So as you can see, I was very brief, but I had to acknowledge what had just happened, right? And how do I get? Okay, I get. There we go. So yeah, it just really, it really shocked me that his energy brought me up, right? Because he was like, "Are you serious? You're running despite the stroke? Like, I'm not doing as much as you." That was his feeling. I'm not doing as much as you. You're doing more than me. Now, I beg to differ because he still got a job. He still got stuff that he's doing all day, but still, I felt very empowered by the fact that he shouted me out. He shouted me out, and that made me feel good. And so, as you saw, I recorded just that tiny little bit, and it reminded me of how much I and people like me turn away from the good that we've done. Like, but like I I turned my back on 187 days. 187 days. I turned my back on that and was said I was feeling kind of, but meanwhile, I still done it 187 days. You know, I still done it 187 days every day, every single day since the beginning of this year, this calendar year. That's incredible. And even though I only got 39 miles instead of 62, that's still like an accomplishment. I can't fluff my nose at 39 days, 39 miles, right? I still did it. I still did it. And so even though it's harder, even though it's tougher, even though today I didn't know how I was going to make it, I didn't know how, but every day it feels the same argument with myself against the voices. I did it. I did. And people keep thinking it's easy. It's not easy. It's not easy. But I I I appreciated him doing that. I just really appreciate him saying what he said. And that's going to carry me for so much more time to come. So next time I feel like I don't feel like doing the run, I'm gonna think of him. I think of him and his feeling that he should be doing more. All right, because yeah, that felt good. That felt good. So that was my run streak today. That was, as I mentioned, day 187. I've been running since the first day of the year, and yeah, I'm doing it. I'm doing it every day, and even though it seems like it's easy, it's not easy. But I'm still doing it, and I'm doing it because I need to hold myself to a standard of something. I'm going to hold my body to a standard of something, my mind to a standard of something, hold my something it within me to a standard. Because who knows where I would be now if I wasn't running every day? Who knows? Who knows where I would be now in terms of my physical exertion instead of, you know, my just everything. I mean, it's hard to think about what would I be like if I wasn't doing the show and if I wasn't running every day. I don't know. I don't want to know. I don't want to know. I share. So that was a little bit long, but I just want to talk to you a little bit about my run streak. All right, so let's see who was up in the chat before we get going. Let's see. Good morning, Free King. Free King is inviting the world to see the show. And good morning, Linda. All right. And anybody else who's watching now or later, I welcome you. And shout out to Shay. I saw that Shay got her book. Now Shay was having trouble because she was trying to buy a paperback book. And I was like, oh, I don't know. All I got is ebook. And I wasn't sure because she hadn't done ebook before. And so I'm very happy that Shay got the book. Very happy. And let me know what you think of the book. Let me know what you think of the book. Oh, and wasn't that great? Those of you that saw Reverend Mel yesterday, I took a snippet and I posted it, but her response to the first sentence of my book was really big, and let me remind you once again that I am a different person than I was then. I'm a different person than I was then. Oh, reminder! I just interviewed Harriet Cole yesterday, and I had to tell her that yeah, the book is not something I've written just now. It's not something I just concocted and built and released. This was a book that I wrote years ago, and I just released it now. Only update I made is I added the word "now" to the title. Hack Your Pain Now. That's it. And everything else was written way long time ago, and is evocative of a man whom you don't see here anymore. And that's important because I've been reading the book. I got up to chapter 10 now. Yes, chapter 10. Now I'm on chapter 11. I'm like, what? It's so interesting to, like, I don't understand how me reading the book is so alien. You know, like I remember the smile part, which was chapter 2. And I remember that. But the rest of the book is just fascinating to me. I read a portion of Harriet Cole's, a part of Harriet Cole's, about the book, about the piece of my book that was written about her. I read it to her. And yeah, it's like I remember it now, but I didn't remember it then. It's hard to explain. But it's interesting watching people read it because they're thinking of it as this is me now, and that's not me now. It's me from a distance. I hope that made sense. Anyway, let me move on. Okay, so all right, let's do our affirmation. And get into this. Where is my affirmation? Here we go. I am so happy and grateful to be a multi-millionaire in every area of my life. I am so happy and grateful to be a multi-millionaire in every area of my life. Ashe. Now let me put my banner up before Mom yells at me again. Here we go. Sekou Write. All right, SekouWrite.com. Okay, so that's gonna play. That's going to stay for the rest of the show. Okay, so this is what we want. I told you that the Reverend Mel came over and helped me with some boxes, right? And I told you that I'm just going to skip ahead. Basically, I'm searching through my sofa. My sofa has been stacked with all these papers. And there's also the amnesia that, you know, the kind of part-time amnesia I have that like is completely blank until I'm exposed to something, and then when I'm exposed to something, it starts filling in. And so most of the time, but what I discovered was so many things, but let me mention a couple of things. One, I found a folder for a bank account, right? And it's funny because I was laughing. I was thinking about how am I going to open an LLC account, right? Because look, I'm just gonna have to tell you because there's so much to say though. All right, so this is what happened. I was thinking I need to find out what's up with my LLC. I know that I created an LLC a long time ago, and I was like, oh, I need to find out what's up with my LLC. And so I was thinking about that, and I was like, oh man, this is going to be terrible. How much I'm going to have to pay to get my LLC back up and working, right? I was like, oh man, it's going to take a lot of money, right? And so I regretted. I held back on it, and finally, this trip, I was like, oh well, let me find it. Let me find it. And how did it happen? I found, well, whatever. I found the phone number. I called the phone number, and the woman says, yes, you're going to need to pay a fee to reinstall your LLC. And I was like, okay, all right, what is it? What is it? Tell me what it is. And she says, that'll be $9.99. I was like, what? Not $10? Like, what? It's been in, I can't remember the word that they used, but it's been in whatever that they needed it to be in for X amount of time not working, but still it only costs $10 to get it up again. And I was like, oh man. So this goes to show you that the people that operate on the other side of the barrier are the people who are winning, right? Because anything that you leave untended for years and then come back to it, like, it's going to be all kinds of fees associated with it, but not if you own an LLC, right? So that was a big one, right? Then I found this folder. I was like, all right, well, let me just check this folder out and see what it is. So it's a folder about an account. So I took the account. I took the folder to the I can't talk today. Took the folder to the bank, and I said, "Oh, tell me, what is this? What have I? What's going on with this?" And then she said, the woman that I showed to said, "Nothing, sir. Would you like to make a deposit?" I was like, "A deposit? You mean this is an active account?" Like, yes, it's an active account. For how long? Since 2018. 2018, I've had an account from 2018 till now. Like, what are you talking about? And so all of the aggravation that I built up in my head, I said, oh, it's going to be so much. It's going to charge me so much. Oh, I've got to find out how to create a bank account. Oh, I got to figure that out. All of it done. All of it done. All of it done. Right? Just done. And it just boggled my mind. And so yesterday, one more thing. Yesterday, I found another folder also on my sofa. I took it to another bank and said, hey, I see that this bank has the same thing, has an account, LLC account. And so they were unable to find the account. They said, I've closed it. But they showed a different account with a different EIN number. I was like, what? I got 2 EIN numbers? What? So anyway, I say all this to say a couple of things. That where you are in life, God has led you to. Where you are in life, God has led you to. And you got to be calm. You've got to be calm enough to listen to the whispers. You got to be calm enough to listen to whispers, because I could have made any other decision. I could have continued thinking, oh, it's too hard. It's going to cost too much money, and not called, right? Not called. Found out it was only $10. I could have left the folder there and been like, oh, I closed that account. I'm sure about it, and just left it alone, right? No. And there's a balance on the account too. There's a balance on the account. This is crazy, right? And so it's just so much. There's so much um, this is what's that word? Okay, forget the word. There's so much in mm, I don't know why I can't talk today. I don't know why I can't talk today. But I hope you get what I'm saying. That that God got your back. God got your back. And but you got to be able to listen. You got to be able to listen because God's got my back just like God's got your back. And God is dropping all these small little things. And the more you pay attention to them, the louder they get. Right? So yeah, I'm going to the bank today and find out what else I need to know. What else would I need to know about this account? So, like, I'm astounded that this account exists and there's all these things in place already. What's in place? What's not in place? And I'm just going to go through and check all the boxes, right? But it's incredible to me that all this stuff was held together by 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 God's favor, right? By I'm trying to really close this gap. I want you to understand that the normal powers that be would have strung me up. Would have strung me up. Anything I had for more than a year, that I'd have paid so many fees, right? And any amount, any account sitting there for an indefinite amount of time also would have been closed out. Right? But none of those things happen, which goes to show me that the people who are winning are the people with LLCs. The people who are winning are the people who know how to use the LLC, because that's not something I've known before. But I'm approaching it the way I've approached this show. Let me learn. Let me learn. Because what I remember is the time that I spent $1 of money on an investment account, on my stock account, $1, and I was terrified. But now I'm cool. Like I feel comfortable talking about stocks, right? And moving things around, and like I feel comfortable. And it just took me getting involved. So that's what I'm doing with my LLC account. I'm about to get involved. And find out what there is that's hidden, just like what there is that's hidden on the stock side. Because those of you who have got involved in the stock side know now that it's a vast, scary world until you know where to go, how to negotiate, right? But there must be this also must be true in terms of LLCs. All right. Okay. Let's see. Fee is saying, say that. Where are you in life? God led you there. Yes. And where you are, God led you there. Sounds like another book. Yeah. I think you guys are kind of quiet on me today, and I just want you to understand that getting an LLC is easy, right? Getting an LLC is easy, and getting it set up is easy. And so I'm just trying to figure out what's the next step of mine going to be. But I'm going to figure it out. I'm going to apply the same attack that I applied to stock market. I'm just going to keep on doing until I get it. Because clearly this was made for me. It was made, right? It was sitting there all this time, right? So I just that's all I want to say about that. I just want you to hear me though, that the ways that are set up for the powers that be are different than the ways that they are set up for us. Yeah, that's it. That's what I'm trying to say. The ways that are set up for by the powers that be, or how I forgot how I just said it, but you get it. You get it, right? That the way they're set up for them, for us, is different from the way it's set up for them, right? So yeah, I'm going to be advising you to get an LLC, and I don't know why yet, but I see that this is the way to go. This is the way to go. Okay, all right. So that's what I wanted to say. And there was something I wanted to say. I wanted to show you. I believe you see. Let me see. Oh, my thing is going out. Oh, okay. Well, I don't know what's happening. I'll just say, in case you can still hear me, the people have been donating. Oh no, are you still there? Yes, there you're there. Oh, Shay, I just finished talking about you. I just finished talking about you. So go back and listen to earlier parts of the show if okay, Shay. All right. So what I was going to say is that people are giving. They're giving $39 to my birthday reunion. And you just go to SekouWrite.com and just give. So people have been giving. People have been giving more than $39. Some people are giving $39, but some people are giving more than $39, deciding to double and triple my expectation because of the difference between 39 and 62, right? And so I appreciate that. And all of you that can, please give. And also, don't forget to buy my book. If you missed Reverend L talking about yesterday and talking about my sentence, my first sentence, yeah, that was good. And just remember that beyond the instruction, are ways that can help you get on the path. All right? Ashe. Okay, so all right, so Shay's going to go back and check it out. Okay, cool. All right. So that's it for today. Oh, I'm going to do a pre-recorded show for tomorrow. I've got some big things going on tomorrow, so I do a pre-recorded show, and yeah, and we'll see what happens tomorrow. So let me see if I can close out. Let me see if I can get this right. All right. I'll see you day after tomorrow. All right. Later.